Derrick Lewis and Sergei Pavlovich in the heavyweight division. Sergei Pavlovich, a 15-1 almost undefeated prospect in the heavyweight division. He's only 30 years old, at the same height as Derrick Lewis, with a 5-inch reach advantage over Derrick Lewis. Tapology predictions have 54% going Lewis, 46% going Pavlovich. So it is a very close fight on those Tapology votes. Cyril Gahn is the only guy to really beat Derrick Lewis recently, as well as Tai Tuivasa. He did beat Chris Dawkins, Curtis Blades, Alexei Oleinik, and plenty of other guys as well. But come on, Cyril Gahn and Tai Tuivasa, two guys, an interim champion and then a top 5 heavyweight in the world. This is a pretty big step down in competition. Now, don't get me wrong, Sergei is a very legit guy. It's just he hasn't had enough UFC fights to really prove how legit he is, because he fought two guys that are no longer in the UFC, Marcelo Golm and Maurice Green, and then he lost to Alistair Overeem as well. And then one guy, Shamil Abdurrahimov, that did really build the name for Sergei Pavlovich. It's just he has not fought the same caliber of fighter as Derrick Lewis. He hasn't fought a guy with the power of Derrick Lewis, and a guy that has not as much power as Derrick Lewis was able to go out there and knock him out. Yes, that was 3.5 years ago, but if Alistair could knock him out, of course, the Black Beast, the knockout king himself, can easily go out there and knock out Sergei Pavlovich here. I do think Derrick is going to kind of do a similar thing he did with the Chris Dawkins fight, and he's going to play it a little bit safe early on, have Sergei throw a few shots at him, make Sergei feel like, oh my, okay, I'm feeling myself, I'm landing a few shots here and there, and then Derrick is going to start to come forward, he's going to start to throw his bombs, get Sergei's back to the cage, and he's going to land a very, very vicious hook and knock out Sergei Pavlovich here. I don't think the wrestling is going to play much of a factor. I know Derrick has very good get-ups after he is taken down, and Sergei really is not an elite wrestler in this heavyweight division. So I see the fight stand on the feet. Sergei is a good striker. Don't get me wrong, he's a very, very good striker, but he does not have the chin of a Tai Tuivasa. Derrick Lewis landed so many huge shots on Tai Tuivasa, and Tai just ate him and kept on coming forward. Sergei is not that guy. He's been knocked out before. He does not have that chin of a Tai Tuivasa. He's going to go out there and he's going to get knocked out here. This is going to be the welcome to the top tier UFC heavyweights, as Derrick, the Black Beast Lewis, is going to go out there and he is going to knock out Sergei Pavlovich in the first or second round. But what do you guys think? Do you think Sergei can go out there? Maybe he implements some wrestling. Maybe he implements some grappling, tires out Derrick Lewis and submits him. You never really do know in MMA. Do you think that Derrick Lewis goes out there, steamrolls him, knocks him out in the first round? Do you think Sergei does exactly what Tai Tuivasa did in the last fight, eat some shots from Derrick Lewis, and come back, land a big elbow, and knock him out? But there's some crazy things that can happen in this fight. A very, very young prospect, 30 years old in the heavyweight division. I have no doubt he's going to be in the top 5, top 3 or something in the UFC heavyweight division someday. Just not today. Not today. Derrick Lewis at this point is such a tough matchup for Sergei Pavlovich. In a few years, yeah, sure. When Derrick is like 40 years old, sure, I'll go Sergei Pavlovich to win. But with how Derrick Lewis is showing recently, knocking out Curtis Blades, knocking out Chris Dawkins, knocking out Alexei Oleinik, only losing to Cyril and Tai, I do think that Derrick Lewis is going to win. Make sure to put your predictions down below. Make sure to like. Make sure to subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Let's go.